If you want your mornings to look more like this, then keep watching this video. Before this video starts, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's get into my morning routine. Whether that's spending time with the Lord or just simply journaling, doing these things before your day started just gives your mind some sense of peace before the day. Good morning. Let's get today started.
You know me better than I do. Can't seem to keep nothing from you. Nobody ever loved me like you do. I like to see me from your point of view. I'm getting used to receiving. Still getting good at not leaving. All the times you even I'm scared. Learning to be grateful for myself. Oh, way to turn on me. Trust me, the way that you trust me. Cause nobody ever loved me like you do. I love to see me from your point of view. I couldn't believe it. See it from you.
Girl, when you get up, make that bed so you won't get back in it.
But I'm really falling, rolling, slowly, from me right. I won't keep you waiting.
Water should be the first thing that you drink early in the morning. Do not pick up that coffee. Water will give you all the hydration you need to start your day. Let's get ready for the gym. If you don't do anything else in the morning, make sure you get up and move your body. Working out in the morning can help elevate your mood. My workout is complete. Now we can go home and make some breakfast and get ready for the day. We're back from working out. Now we're gonna shower. I was going to eat breakfast first, but I'm gonna go ahead and shower because I'm a little more sweaty than usual today. So let's go ahead and get fresh and clean.
This time we'll take it slow. Go figure, you were the trigger. You brought me to an obstructed view. When you know the picture was bigger, we were kidding. But from the beginning, you ruined everything, every time. You are no friend of motherfucking right. Motherfucking right, I'm bitter. Motherfucking right, I'm triggered.
Even if you don't have anything going on that day, just do some sense of self-care in the mornings just to wake yourself up. Best lip balm ever. Let's get dressed. We're dressed. Now it's time to make a little breakfast before we go to work. I think I'm feeling strawberries, sausage, and a waffle. Yeah. Making breakfast in the morning can help regulate your appetite throughout the day. And we're off to work. Now let's get into the real reason why you're here. I kind of just wanted to discuss my morning routine and basically how I got to that phase in my life where I can be consistent in my morning routine. I think over the years I realized that having a routine morning made all of the difference of my day. Like when I do not have a routine morning, when I do not wake up early, when I do not do my morning routine, my whole day is just flustered. My whole day just seems like it starts very chaotic. Like I need my morning routine, and I'm here to tell you and convince you that you need one too. To all my people who have 9-to-5s, even if it's not a 9-to-5 but just a day job period, I know a lot of times we like to just wake up an hour or two before it's time to be at work, and we rush in, we don't eat breakfast, we didn't get to work out in the mornings, and then we go into work with the attitude because the morning was just so chaotic and rushed. I used to experience that a lot, and I had to change my morning routine so I can come into work with a better attitude, a more positive spirit. And changing your morning routine is going to make all the difference. I'm telling you, you are going to be at so much peace before you start dealing with the craziness of the day. So take out your notepad, take out your notes in your iPhone, and let's go ahead and get into it. So when it comes to waking up early, regardless of what your early is considered, some people's early is 3:45, not me. Some people's early is 5 a.m. Some people's early is 9 a.m. and that's completely fine. Whatever your early is, figure out what time it is. You need to wake up to do everything possible you need to do to have a productive day. If you know you like to go to the gym, you need to figure out, okay, what time do I need to wake up in order for me to get to the gym in the morning before work? So for me personally, I wake up at 5 a.m., 5:30 on a lousy day. But between 5 a.m. and 5:30, I like to wake up. And it gives me enough time to do these three things that are super imperative to my morning routine. It allows me to, 1, have time with God. 2, it allows me to go to the gym. And 3, it allows me time to really eat breakfast. Those 3 things are a must and a non-negotiable for my morning routine. So I always like to fit in enough time so I can incorporate all 3. Figure out what your non-negotiables are going to be in the mornings, and that'll kind of tell you what time you need to wake up. If you are not a workout girly, or maybe your workout class that you go to or train to are at the end of the day, then don't force yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. and be walking around the house with nothing to do. Like, figure out what time works best for you and figure out what your non-negotiables are going to be in the morning and write those things down. Once you figure out what your non-negotiables are going to be, you need to set out a time stamp for how your morning is going to go. And when I say that, you need to literally write down the time between 5 a.m. or whatever your morning start time is to the time it is you need to leave to go to work. So for me, for example, my start time is 5 a.m. I need to at least be leaving to go to work by 8:30. That gives me 3 hours to do what I have to do and a little extra 30-minute wiggle room. You need to write out what your morning routine is going to look like. So from 5 a.m. to 5:30, I'm going to do this. From 6 a.m. to 6:30, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be in the gym from this time to this time. I'm going to shower between this time and this time. I'm going to eat breakfast from this time to this time. I'm going to leave the house by this time. You literally need to sit down and write it out, because how do you expect yourself to build a routine and a habit if you do not have any established rules or guidelines or steps in place? You have to establish some steps, because if you don't, you're just going to do whatever you want to do in the morning. You're not going to have a plan. You're just going to do willy-nilly. I think it's important to have a plan, because without a plan, it will fail. I would say if this is your first time establishing early morning routines, I would recommend maybe doing a little trial and error. So come up with some times that you feel that's going to work. Try it out. If you feel like it does not work, then you need to make some changes. Some of those changes might mean you need to wake up earlier to get what you need to be done. Or some of that means, okay, you're doing too much in the morning, you need to take something out. So figure out what your morning routine looks like. Embed that in your brain. Put it in your planner, your journal, if you have a whiteboard. The next time you wake up in the morning, go step by step, time stamp by time stamp, and follow your routine and figure out if that works for you. If it does not work for you, you need to make sure that you are editing and revising to where it works for you. There's no reason to come up with a plan that's not working for you and you're trying to force it. Do not do that, because it will not become habit for you. It'll just be something that you check off your list, and there will be no fulfillment out of it. Now this right here is super important. I'm telling you, this will make the difference of you waking up early and on time. Do not hit that snooze button. Do not put multiple alarm times in your phone. It does not help, because what happens is you wake up, your alarm goes off, you wake up, you're tired. You know for a fact that you have extra times set up, 5 or 6, how many times you have, and you snooze every single time. Having multiple morning alarms does not work. I don't think it's a great thing to do, because what you're doing is you're training your brain to snooze instead of training your brain to wake up as soon as the alarm goes off. You're training your brain to know that you always have time, and you do not always have time. When that alarm goes off at 5 a.m., do not snooze. Wake up, stare at the ceiling if you have to, and put your feet on the ground. Put your feet on the ground, or if you have a lamp, turn that lamp on. Turn on a light. Do something immediately as soon as you hear that alarm instead of snoozing. Because as soon as you snooze, it's downhill from there. That is something that took me a long time to understand and stop doing. Hitting the snooze button is a habit within itself, and you have to break it in order to wake up when you need to wake up. If you do not break that snooze habit, you will have a hard time creating those morning routines that's going to make you productive every single day. And while we're talking about phone alarms, it is best to have an alarm that is not right next to your bed. Some people put their phones in the bathroom, whatever the case may be. For me, my phone does sleep next to me. My phone does stay next to me, but I have Alexa alarm go off at the same exact time, and it plays gospel music at 5 a.m. every morning, never fails. That is what gets me up in the morning. It's like, even if I tell Alexa to shut up, it takes so much out of my body to tell her to be quiet. You might as well get up. So if you have an Alexa of some sort, I definitely recommend using that in your phone and making sure the alarm goes off at the same time, and make sure the Alexa alarm has some type of music, something that's gonna wake you up, something that's gonna make you want to get up. So that is just a little tip here. So if you have a phone, don't leave it beside your bed, because what it does is, with your phone, let's say you leave it on your dresser or you leave it in the bathroom, you have to physically put your feet on the ground, walk all the way to the bathroom, turn the alarm off. At that point, you in the bathroom, you might as well brush your teeth. You might as well get started, you might as well wash your face. There is no need to walk back and get in bed. So definitely try that, and if you do try it, put it in the comment section below. I want to see if it worked. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know if you tried it. I'm curious. I've tried it a couple times. It definitely does work, but Alexa definitely has my heart. She wakes me up to gospel music at 5 a.m. every morning, and me screaming, "Alexa, stop!" every morning wakes me up. So whatever that tip, whichever one works for you, definitely try it out. But do not, I repeat, do not hit that snooze button, because you are doing yourself a disservice. I'm going to end the video with this. Those are all the tips that I have. Those are the key things that you need in order to be more productive in the mornings. And I'm going to end the video with this. Focus on progression and not perfection. Your morning routine is not going to be perfect the first week, the second week, maybe not even the first few months, but I think it's good to focus on progression. So maybe when you start your new morning routine, instead of focusing on trying to do every single thing you planned out to do for the morning, let's focus on waking up at 5 a.m. That's our first goal. And if we continue to do that, okay, that's progress. Okay, now we add on something else, prayer, journal every morning. And then we add on something else. Okay, we're working out at this time and this time in the morning. Like, give yourself grace and focus on progression and not perfection. Making progress is way better than perfection, because as you're making progress, you're learning yourself along the way. You're learning the things that help you and the things that don't help you. And I just think it's super important not to be so hard on yourself. I know you've been wanting to wake up early and be an early morning girl for so long, and you just cannot do it. Yes, you can. Just take it day by day. If you are new to this early morning gang and you trying to wake up early, okay, tomorrow just wake up at 5 a.m. and don't snooze and actually get up. You ain't even got to do anything for the rest of the morning. But that's your first goal, is to get up. And if you can do that, that's progress. And we can just continue to add on to that and add on to that and add on to that. But this routine is not going to be created overnight. It is not going to become a habit overnight. And for me personally, it's been something that I've been building for a very long time. I figured out what works and what does not work for me. I know for me personally, I have to work out in the mornings because I do not like coming home and having to put on more workout clothes to go back outside to go to the gym. I know that that's something that I do not like to do. I know that after work, I like to do nothing. So my mornings are super productive. So when I get off of work and get away from all the craziness that has happened at work today and in the world today, I'm able to really come home and decompress and focus on other things outside of work and my personal development. I'm actually having time to focus on my business or focus on my YouTube and content creation and things like that. I think you just have to give yourself grace, but also figure out what works for you. Do what works for you. You don't have to be a 5 a.m. girly. You can be a 10 a.m. girly. Maybe your schedule is a lot different, so you need to curate it for you. Don't just watch my routine and copy and paste it and do it for yourself. No, figure out what works for you, because that's the only way you're going to be successful. You're not going to be successful in creating and curating a perfect morning routine if you are constantly copying and pasting somebody else's routine for yourself. Now, my routine works for you. Shout out to you, period. But if it doesn't, that's okay. figure out what works for you, and I think that's just super important. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to come on here and share my morning routine tips on how my mornings are productive and just what gets me up in the morning. I really enjoy my mornings. My mornings just bring some type of peace in my life. It gives me a lot of time with God. It gives me time to just be in my thoughts and just be in quietness, and it's dark outside. I'm in love with it. I love it. I love my mornings. I take my mornings very seriously, okay? Anyways, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said before, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and good luck on creating your productive morning routine, girl, because you got this, period. Bye.